I'm guessing that when these guys were younger, they shared bunk beds, and that was the pattern they were used to sleeping in. Number 4, Bighorn versus number 3, Burns. This game being played in Lusk. First quarter, Bighorn wearing the maroon. Connor McCafferty is going to put one in the bank for the Rams as they would take an early 4-2 lead. But Burns was just finding their stride. Travis Ramza, a 6'3" 3-inch sophomore, is open on the backdoor route. He led all scorers in this game with 18 points. This game is tied at 4. The Bronx had the height advantage in this game, and it worked sometimes. Trevor McNamee is a 6'1" senior. He made his contributions to put his team up 6-4. They had some other guys that helped. Colby Ward with a nice baseline drive to the hoop, and it was his only bucket of the game, but every point matters. Burns is up 8-6. But Bighorn could do a play like that as well. This is Matthew Wigglesworth finding the easy road for 2 of his 17 points, and we're knotted up again at 8 points for each team. The Rams were on the move, and well, here they'll find Tony Mort in the right place at the right time, and he'll get the finish. He also had double digits, 10 points. His team's up 10-8. Here comes a little defense. Brandon Cruschelli is going to help himself to a free gift and then take off the other way with it. This lane would have the defending 2A state champs up by a count of 12-8. Burns was not going to back down, however. Ramza's going to muscle his way in for 2 and 1 more. He'd miss, but the Bronx were only down 14-12 after the first 8 minutes. Second quarter, the Rams did not waste much time getting back to work. McCafferty stops, pops, and hits from about 16 feet to open up some breathing room and push the lead up to 6. But then the Bronx would find their giddy up and go. Caleb Leader lives up to his last name and delivers. His team's still down 20-17. A few free throws would tie it up, and then Colton Wright would score on this putback and get the whistle for Burns. He poured in 14, and his team has the lead, back up 22-20. This was a low-scoring quarter on both sides. Wigglesworth will can a jumper for the Rams, and the scoreboard read 22-22 when both teams decided to go into the locker room. Meanwhile, the girls were chowing down in preparation for their games later. Third quarter, things were going back and forth for a bit, but that was to be expected. Cruschelli gets a turnaround jumper to drop to put Bighorn up 30-26. Burns would work their way back into it. Check out the moves by Wright as he would forge his own trail to the hoop and find a way to score. That's determination. Bronx still down by 2. Later, Bighorn had each other's back at times. That shot won't go, but Cruschelli was there to clean up the mess and put things away. That 2 points tied things up again at 32. Burns would get sneaky at times. Watch the quick pass from Brody Eklund to Leader, who was right in the middle of everything. By the time the defense realized it, it was too late. The Bronx led 36-33 going into the final 8 minutes. Fourth quarter, they try to build on it. Wright will juke and jive and score. Burns with their biggest lead of the game so far at 38-33. A Bighorn would make a move of their own. It took a few tries, but Coulter Carzoli would eventually get this shot to drop in. That would get things closer at 38-35. We need to get a long ball in here. Haven't seen one so far. Mort will answer the call, and that 3 will get his team back up by a score of 42-40. Let's get someone else new in here. How about Tommy Newman? He'll get the board, putback, and the foul. The defending champs were still hanging on to a 2-point lead at this point. The pendulum would swing the other way for a bit. Wright could do very little wrong in this game, and all was well here. That put the Bronx back up 48-47. The Rams had another charge in them. Wigglesworth gets the steal, and here he comes. Bucket and the intentional foul. That gave Bighorn a 52-50 lead with about 2.5 minutes to go. But a lot can happen in that time. One team could score all the points, and the other could score nothing. Case in point, Eklund was not going to be denied his trip to the hoop. That would even things up at 52, but they were not done. The Bronx were going in full stride now. Wright with a nice pass to Ramza, who will take care of the rest. Burns is up 54-52 and still going strong. They ended up scoring the last 7 points of the game, which can make a difference between a win and a loss. Corey Leemaster puts on the finishing touches here, and the Burns Bronx start their season off with a win over the defending state champs, 57-52.